What's up, everybody? Anyextee here, coming to you with another video from the Karnak Temple Complex here in Egypt. And today I'm going to take you over to the open air museum on the north side of the Karnak Temple Complex. Take a look at some of the features there. They've been doing work over here in this section. We're not quite there yet. This is interesting because they've been turning up some different pieces of stone. This is conserving the Theban Gate project. You can see there's information here on that. You can see in the back where they're excavating, you see the square here. This gives us a good indication of the columns, how they were stacked in individual pieces. And often when one temple was razed to the ground and they would build a new temple, as ancient Egyptians often would, they would take these pieces and put them in the ground, almost like foundation deposits. R.A. Schwal de Lubitz, French hermeticist, alchemist, chemist, proponent of the, really the one behind the symbolist school of thought of the Luxor Temple of Man, believed that these were seeds. Or they'd use it as seeds, essentially taking a part of the original temple and using it to continue perpetuation, magically perpetuate the growth of the new temple, a way of bridging the old with the new. Anyway, let us head over now to the open air museum. Take a shortcut back here. This path right here leads to our beloved Sekhmet. That will be another video. This obelisk is pretty amazing. They still have the color fully retained. Take a look at this. Quick pit stop on our way here. Absolutely amazing. Look at that. You still see the color, the palace facade. Strong bull of his mother is given life. That's what the hieroglyphs are referencing. Here we can see the captives of Egypt. These are likely Nubians. Not Nubians, I'm sorry, Libyans. They have the feather in the back of the head. Anyway, let's proceed on over to, actually, let's stick the camera down here and take a look. I don't know if you guys will be able to see anything in the darkness. See anything good down there? Let me know in the comments down below. Mud brick wall. There's an interesting stone over here. We'll take a look at the cuts on the way. Salam. This is one of my favorites, often passed over by the casual tourist. In fact, I hesitate to use the word discovery, but no one's really talked about this. I haven't seen on any other videos on YouTube or on the internet, but take a look at this. The curvature here. Actually, I wonder if this is modern. Now that I'm getting another look, almost looks like the cuts continue somehow, as if it was modern. Well, in any event, remarkable craftsmanship. I think that's gray whack, that stone. Not certain. Looks like gray whack. I may be mistaken. Again, I'm no geologist, but I think there's a pretty good chance it's greywacke. Oh, this is unfortunate. The tree fell over in front of Hatshepsut Shrine here. So if you've seen my videos about the Luxor Temple, you'll notice that there is the Ramses Triple Shrine inside the Luxor Temple, which is actually a Tutmosis Hatshepsut Shrine. It's the oldest extent of the Luxor Temple. It would have probably looked like this originally. This would have been one of 7 what you could refer to as way stations along the Avenue of the Sphinx. That is Wat Netcher. This is unfortunate. The tree fell over. It's blocking the sign. Well, anyway, this is what they consider the open air museum here. You can see all these pieces are out here. You have all these Sekhmet statues, which likely came out of the precinct of Mut, which is on the other side of Karnak. What we want to take a look at is some of these features here. So this is an important shrine because it gives us some indication of what the Opet festival would have looked like. This is what the Avenue of Sphinxes was used for, the function of the Avenue of the Sphinxes, which is 2.7 kilometers connecting Karnak, which is consecrated to the principle of organic creation, to the Luxor Temple, consecrated to man. But you can see the procession of the Opet festival here, or Ipit, really Ipet Risut festival. You can see the old palace facade decoration on the beginning, down on the bottom here, and all the different goods from the various gnomes. And here the priests are carrying the bark as part of the Opet festival. So this is the original Opet festival. It changes over time. If you go to the Luxor Temple, you can see how in the colonnade it's depicted by Tutmosis. I'm sorry, not Tutmosis. Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun depicts the Opet festival at Karnak with basically at a different time. Originally with Hatshepsut, it would have started on foot, leaving from Karnak to Luxor, but then eventually, at least by the time it gets to Tut and then Ramses, it's remodeled so that it goes out onto the River Nile and goes to Karnak, and then I'm sorry, said that backwards, comes back the other way. Anyway, this is the original Opet festival depicted here, and the new version of the Opet festival is what we see at Karnak. Botched that up, it's been a long day. The sun is beating on my head. Here you can see a water channel. If we were to pour water, if I had a bottle of water and poured it over here, you would see it all come dripping out, flowing through here. What's this all about? This was probably part of the purification. You would see they have the bark, the shrine. Where is it? Right here on the temple. This would have been situated right here. They would have purified it. The Wa'eb priesthood would have performed their purification rituals, and then the water would have channeled its way under the steps and out. And you can hear the reverb inside the temple. Absolutely amazing. Hello? Finish closed. Finish closed? Alas, shukran. So they're closing. I have to get going. That's the end of the day here. I've been here all day. Over here in the distance, Chapel of Sesostris and Wasret, right over here. And this is absolutely amazing for the fact that it doubles as a essentially a measuring rod for the Egyptian units and subunits of measure, as well as it gives precise measurements of the nomes, the various nomes, provinces here in Egypt. And researcher Lucy Lamy, stepdaughter of Ari Schwalbe-Lubitz, was able to put all of this together and determine that these things are inherent in the structure, which is phenomenal because the structure was put together. This was actually put together by the Egyptologists, the archaeologists. They found all the pieces inside the third pylon here at Karnak, and they were able to rebuild it over here. All of this stuff is temples that were razed to the ground and reconstituted. But it's amazing because it presents a problem. What problem is it? Well, the problem is that if it's correct, it would suggest that the ancient Egyptians understood the circumference of the measurements of the earth, so that the structure itself encodes geodesic the geodesic measurements, indicating that the ancient Egyptians knew how to measure the earth in such a way. Absolutely amazing. They're not recognized for that, but clearly, if you look into the structure a little deeper, clearly they did have it. Just like sacred geometry is often attributed to the Greeks. And Schwaller came to Egypt expressively looking to see if the ancient Egyptians had pi and the golden section, the Fibonacci sequence, which is basically the total sum of the previous two numbers. So 1 and 2 equal 3, 3 and 2 equal 5, and so on. And when measured in cubits, and this is actually established in Egyptology, when it was measured, they found that this entire temple was constructed on the Fibonacci sequence, which is inherent in all of nature. Again, suitable considering that, esoterically speaking, this temple is consecrated to the principle of organic creation. Exoterically, or what's known in Egyptology, is that it's a temple that's attributed to many deities. Mainly, you have Amun. Originally, Montu was worshipped here before Amun. I hesitate to say worship, venerated. Here's the mud break ramp. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this brief tour of the open air museum. It's the end of the day, we have to leave, so I'll come back another day, do another video here. If you guys haven't already done so, please do consider subscribing to the channel for more of these 360 virtual reality videos. And if you enjoyed the video, please do consider giving it a like. And of course, if you do like the video, I recommend you watch the next two videos I put up on the screen, because these are the videos YouTube thinks you should be watching next.